Hi guys, this is Mary coming back at you from Kind Country Living. Today we're going to do a baked macaroni and cheese. So we're going to get ready to get started. And the first thing that we'll need to do with this baked macaroni and cheese, we'll have to use 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And we're gonna melt this, like brown it up in this in my skillet here. So I'll turn around. So we'll go ahead and get started with this, and I'll measure out 2 tablespoons of this. I'm using the extra virgin olive oil, but you can use whatever you have on hand. I have done it with granola oil. Just whatever type of oil that you have. And I take and cook this about 3 minutes on medium heat until I get my flour brown. You just pour in your 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Get it all mixed together. But like I said, you'll do this about 2 minutes on medium heat. And then you're going to use 2 cups of milk. You can use any type of milk that you have. This is going to be whole milk that I'm using today. 2 cups of whole milk. Just pour it into your skillet. And you also could probably do this in a saucepan, but I do mine in a skillet so I have more room to mix up the flour and the milk and the oil. And you're going to just keep stirring it until it gets thick. On medium heat. We'll just continue to let this simmer a little bit. And I want to do a shout out today to my co-worker, Miss Penny Walden. She showed me some kindness on last week. Last Monday when I got to work, she had made Stanley and I a lemon pound cake for our anniversary. We celebrate our 25th wedding anniversary on Wednesday, and she surprised me with a pound cake. So I just like to thank Miss Penny on camera that she showed me some kindness, because it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. So we're going to keep doing this on medium heat for, like I said, it's probably going to take about 3 to 4 minutes for it to thicken up. So we'll just keep stirring. But I wanted to do this process so you can see how thin it is, and then it starts to get thick. This is a recipe that I really can't take credit for. I got it out of a recipe book years ago. Can't remember what recipe book it was, but I did kind of made it so many times. I kind of just made it my own and just kind of added to and took away. And you're also going to use a 16 ounce box of elbow noodles. You're going to cook them as directed on the box, about 7 to 10 minutes. And you just kind of have to play with the temperature. I turned my stove up a little bit. It's almost on high, just so I can kind of thicken this up kind of quick for you guys. But you have to watch it so it doesn't stick. And I'll go ahead and get ready, my casserole dish ready for the macaroni and cheese, and I usually just spread with a non-stick cooking spray. Use whatever you have, whatever you like using, and I just kind of spread real lightly. Okay, and it started to get a little thick. It's thickening it up. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put some noodles in the bottom of the pirate dish. And I kind of just layer my noodles on. And you can half this recipe if you don't want to do 16 ounces of noodles, because my recipe is half. This is probably on about, this is only probably about 12 ounces of noodles. But the recipe calls for 16 ounces. And then I'll layer on my cheese. And you're gonna do, I do 4 ounces of cheddar cheese. So I just put a little bit on each layer. I do 4 ounces of Colby Jack cheese. And I just put just a little bit in between layers because I'm gonna kind of layer it on. And let me look back here at my flour. And that's starting to thicken up a little bit. It's a really good recipe. It doesn't take a lot to make it. Yeah. Put on a few more noodles. And that's what you do. You just kind of layer it on. And I think I forgot to use my mozzarella cheese and that last layer, so I'll just start off with that. Then I go back to my Colby Jack. Go back to my sharp cheddar. And you can use whatever kind of cheese you want to, kind of make it your own. You don't have to, if you don't like sharp cheese, you don't have to use, you don't like Colby Jack, you don't have to use Colby Jack. Just use whatever you like to use. Then you put on another layer of noodles. And after you fix your noodles, make sure you drain all the water out for the first time beginners cooks. Sometimes people leave out things, you know, thinking people know that really don't know how to cook. You take a cooking acid, the direction says on the box, and get you a strainer and just drain your water off. Make sure you keep checking on your flour, because I done got mine real hot, but it's really thickened up nicely. So now I just turn the heat down on low, so I won't burn it. Just keep stirring. And what I do, I add a couple shakes of pepper to the taste, a couple shakes of pepper to the flour mixture, because this is what's going to go on top. And I'm just going to turn my heat off because it's almost getting thick. And I'm just going to let it sit here and just continue to cook. So it's a real easy recipe. And I'll start back with my cheese. And you can put a lot of cheese. I like a lot of cheese in mine. If I'm going to eat macaroni and cheese, I want to taste the cheese. I don't want to just taste the macaroni. Real easy. Okay, it has got really, the consistency has got really thick here. I'm gonna let it sit there for a couple of minutes, let it get a little thicker. I'm gonna add some more of my noodles to the top. So you kind of just layer it on. You do noodles, you do cheese, noodles, cheese. Okay, I think that's all the noodles I'm gonna use. So I really only probably used about, I guess 10 ounces of noodles. I probably still got about 2 ounces here that I'm not gonna use. Just gonna put all this on here. And I'll do a rundown again of the things that you need to, you need 2 tablespoons of olive oil or any oil of your choice, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 4 ounces of shredded sharp cheese, 4 ounces of the shredded or grated Colby Jack. You can get it already grated or you can grate it yourself. It's your preference. 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese, 2 cups of milk, and you're also going to need a half a stick of butter, which I'm going to get that out of my refrigerator in a minute to put it on top at the very end. Guess I'm going to go ahead and use all this cheese, because the more cheese, the better. That's what makes macaroni cheese, and that butter. You kind of just pat it down. Alrighty. And now we're going to get ready for our mixture. Alrighty. We'll just add that noodle. Okay. And now you can see the consistency of the milk and the flour. See that? See how thick it got? And now you just pour it over your noodles and your cheese. And I mean, it's real simple and it's real good. And you're gonna bake this in your oven on 350 for 1 hour. And I usually check mine after about 45 minutes because it depends on how fast your oven cooks. Kind of check it to make sure it's not overcooking, because it's nothing like dry macaroni and cheese. So you don't want to overcook it and get it too dry. So I always check mine in about 45 minutes, but like I said, it takes about an hour to cook. But just peep at it to make sure it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 350 so it'll be ready. And this just make a nice little crust on top of it. I love making it this way. Alrighty. Let's get my paper towel, clean this up a little bit. Alrighty, we'll set this over here. And due to time, and I wanted to show y'all how it looked. I mean, this is how the macaroni cheese look. And I bet you're saying, yeah, half of it's gone. Yeah, this was our Sunday dinner. So we have 8 some, so we already tested it out. So we know it's delicious. I hope you can see that. Got a nice good crust on it. Looks really good. It's not dry. And I'm gonna take and spoon some out so I can show y'all how it looks, you know, on a plate. See how easy it comes out. And this has been cooked a while. We ate off of this earlier today, and it's been cooked, and it's still, I mean, looks really, really good. Actually, still has some smoke on coming out of it because I had it sitting in the oven, waiting just for y'all. I'm gonna taste it for you because you know I want to taste it. Let y'all see how it looks when it go in my mouth. See how it comes up real good, real cheesy. It's really good. They're delicious. And I hope y'all try this. And like I said on last week, y'all drop in my description box or comments. Let me know if you want me to try any recipes. If I have a recipe, I'll try to make it. If not, I'll find one. But just continue watching my videos. Subscribe to my channel. And you know, like I always say, it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. And I love you. And bye.